Good morning, afternoon, evening or nighttime, wherever and whenever you may be watching. Getting straight into the video today to talk about some samples I recently picked up from AllSaints. AllSaints being a designer clothes company, but in the past few years they have delved into fragrances. These are samples of 3 of their fragrances. I think they've got maybe 4 or 5, but I went into a store recently and this is what was available for me to pick up. I didn't have to pay for them. I didn't have to ask behind a counter to get them. They actually just had them by the fragrances. I haven't smelled these before. I will look up the notes afterwards and leave it on the video, but I got no idea what these smell like. So it's just the first impressions. Let's get into it. So the first one is Metal Wave. Quite excited about this based on the name, purely because wave, I like oceanic, aquatic sort of fragrances. And then metal, I assume it's going to sort of be that ambroxan, maybe like Sauvage or Bleu de Chanel, things like that. I have noticed that with clothes companies, when they go into sort of fragrances, they do tend to just make clones. Like Zara's got a lot of perfumes that are like clones and whatnot, and a few other places have done that as well. But this one says unexpected layered musk, and then French, I assume, inattendu dense musk. I don't know. I don't speak French, but I let the funky music do the talking. Anyway, let's get into this. So this is Metal Wave. That was my Britishness. Metal Wave. I don't think that's what I expected it to be. Quite good. 2ml sprayers, considering they're free. But then again, their clothes are very pricey, so they can probably afford it. I don't even know what I'm smelling. Right off the bat, straight off the opening, there's something vegetal to me, which is very surprising to come from like a designer, especially a clothes company. Now I'm getting some sort of powderiness. It does say musk. To be fair, it did say musk on the little card. I am getting musk. I would assume there's also going to be iris in this. There's slightly some aromatic slash, again, aromatic, and slightly oceanic vibes coming through now. I actually quite like this. It does remind me of another fragrance that, for the life of me, I can't think of. It's not what I expected. It's quite refreshing almost from, like I said, a clothes company. It doesn't smell strong though. I've sprayed this, I think, 3 times now. It's not strong. I'll put the prices up of these as well. They're not overly priced. I think they're about 40, maybe £50 for 100ml. I'm going to put this to one side and come back to it, but that was Metal Wave. Slightly vegetal opening, but then made room for sort of powdery, slightly aromatic musk. Moving on. The next one to talk about is Flora Mortis. And then inside, you can see that picture. It says enigmatic, indelible. I can't think what indelible means. Indelible and floral. Obviously the picture, the fact it's called Flora Mortis, I don't know what mortis means either, but I'm guessing it's going to be a more feminine leaning floral fragrance. Let's smell it though. Let's be proved wrong again. Definitely floral. I quite like this as well, to be honest. It's not like, sometimes, just to be blunt, floral fragrances, especially white florals and also sometimes yellow florals, just to me smell a bit pissy. I know that sounds bonkers. Maybe it's because I got hay fever. I don't know what it is, but there's something that just smells like cassis. Also has that effect to my nose. When I smell cassis in a perfume, it can just smell a bit pissy. There's no better word for it. But like, well, there is surely a better word, but that's all I've got. This doesn't have that, luckily. Doesn't smell of piss. Again, there's a powderiness There is a powderness going on. Powderness. Don't think that's a word. And again, it's reminding me of something that I can't think of. The fact that, as I said, it's not like a full-on bouquet, a pithy bouquet, would lead me to think that there's quite a few backing notes to this, whether they be fruit or whether there's something else. I don't know, maybe I'm just not on it today, you know what I mean? I don't know, I can't. They're not super complex. They're not like indie crazy smells, but I can't think how best to describe it to you. I'd be curious to see the notes, and like I said, I will include them after the video, but yeah, just nice, slightly fruity, powdery, slightly floral, leaning feminine, but I'm sure that I've got fragrances that smell close to this. Let's go on to the next one. The last one hopefully should be the easiest to talk about because it is called Leather Skies. I've tried a few leather fragrances, so hopefully I can liken it to something else. I can tell you if I think it's a good authentic leather or like a fake or a suede. That is the picture inside, and it says primal sensual leather. So the fact that it said primal immediately puts me in the mind of something like Rhino by Zoologist, which is a very animalic, primal leather fragrances. I'm 99% sure it's not going to smell like that, but that's just the first thing that I thought of. Again, this isn't what I expect from just like a clothes company. I will say all three of these are not screaming off the paper. It could be different on skin. They're not loud fragrances, so I don't know how the performance will be with these. It is. It is surprising. It's not a generic leather. I know that Zara had a fragrance. I'm just saying Zara because it's also a clothes company. They had a leather fragrance called True Leather, which was much more what you'd expect. It was kind of like a leather jacket kind of leather, whereas this has got like a darkness to it, which is borderline like medicine, like medicinal. Maybe there's a coffee note in this as well, but it's quite dark, it's quite medicinal. Yeah. Not what I expected from a clothes company. But again, not really that strong, which for a leather fragrance, I'm not saying you need it to be strong, but it's just surprising that it's not that strong. I like this a lot. There's also maybe iris in this. There's something that's kind of like giving me that plastic crayon kind of vibe. So interesting. Maybe there's some sort of like birch tar or some sort of smokiness in this. I think like it's leather, right? With a bit of Crayola, a bit of crayon, and then also something like A City on Fire by Imaginary Authors, or what's it called? Bois and Sang by Naomi Goodsir. Like there's something like a smoky burnt match kind of thing going on. Very interesting. Right guys, just to wrap the video up, it's been about 5-10 minutes since I sprayed the first one. So let's go back to it if I can still smell it. This was called Metal Wave. Nice, really nice. I can smell it. Maybe this one is the most interesting. This is the one that I don't know what I'm smelling. Musk, iris. Maybe it's putting me in the mindset of something like Musk Panache by Maison Robachi. Can't wait to look up the notes for this one. I like this one. This may be my favorite of the three, but let's go on to Flora Mortis. Struggling to smell that. Yeah. It's nice, it's pleasant, but it's extremely faint. Can't smell that one at all. And I think I did spray it 2 times to be fair, but just a very, very faint floral fragrance, but not overly floral. Bit of powder going on. It's fine. It doesn't grab me as much as the first one. Then, Leather Skies. Interesting. Really, really interesting leather fragrance. I don't know if I would wear it because of that sort of like crayon vibe going on, which again, I'm assuming could be iris or orris butter, whatever. Yeah, for me, it would be Metal Wave would be number 1, then Leather Skies, and then Flora Mortis. If you guys have got any experience with these 3 or any others by AllSaints, let me know in the comments below. Hopefully catch you on the next video. Peace.